Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So it is almost October and that means it is almost Halloween. So I decided to sit down and film this cozy little video for you guys of all of the videos that I love to watch during the Halloween time during October. And it actually started raining this morning where I live, so it is extra cozy. And I have my Friday the 13th jersey on. So we got all the Halloween vibes going. And this isn't the content that I normally put out here on YouTube, but as much as I love candles and as much as I love Bath and Body Works, I love Halloween just as much. And I love horror movies. So I don't know, I just thought this would be a really fun idea for you guys. And this video is actually inspired by someone here on YouTube, and that is Possessed by Horror. If you haven't check her out, I'll try to link her down below, but she's a horror movie enthusiast just like me, and she has given me so many ideas of what to watch because frankly, I think I've watched every horror movie that exists. So she always, for some reason, finds like those really like fun movies that I haven't seen yet. So this video is inspired by her. So definitely go check her out if you love horror movies. So let's get into it. I've decided to break up this video into two separate categories. So the first is going to be like your classic Halloween family-friendly movies that I love to watch every year. And then we'll get into the horror movies. So starting it off, I cannot talk about Halloween movies and not mention my absolute favorite childhood classic, Hocus Pocus. So definitely I have to watch that movie like multiple times a year. And also another one you can watch is Hocus Pocus 2. It came out last year. Nowhere near as good as the classic, the original. But I will be watching that one as well just to get all of the vibes. Another one that I love is Casper. That movie just instantly transports me back to like my childhood. I love Casper. It's such a cute, fun family movie. I also love The Addams Family, the one with Christina Ricci in it. That one, again, just really reminds me of my childhood. And it's such a fun movie as well. Some movies that I've been getting into this year is actually Scooby-Doo. I never watched Scooby-Doo as a child, but recently we've watched a couple of the Halloween movies and they're so cute. I'm actually getting obsessed with the Scooby-Doo movies. And then another one I recommend is Ghostbusters. So the original is fine. I think it's a little boring, to be honest. But the remake that they did several years ago, has some really good child actors in it. And it's just very well produced. So I definitely recommend the remake of Ghostbusters, not the female cast, the one with the kids that just recently came out. Definitely recommend that one. Another family-friendly movie I recommend is Beetlejuice. That one is such a classic. It does have some heavy themes in there. So I definitely recommend this for like older children, but it is technically like family-friendly, but another classic. And another one is Nightmare Before Christmas. So you guys might be shocked, but I don't love Nightmare Before Christmas. I mean, we do watch it every year, but it's not my favorite, but definitely on the list of ones to watch. And then lastly, for like the family fun movies, I really want to see Haunted Mansion, the remake that just came out. I definitely want to watch that. Haven't watched it yet, but we will be watching it. I didn't like the original when it came out. I feel like they could have done so much more with that movie. So I'm really hoping the remake that just came out is going to give me all the like Haunted Mansion that I love. A couple of TV shows I'm going to mention before we get into the horror movies. The Simpsons. Okay, The Simpsons horror, what is it called? I don't know. It's just the horror themed Simpsons episodes are amazing. I love them. I love The Simpsons. And then Goosebumps is another good one, but for me, when I was a kid, I grew up on Are You Afraid of the Dark? So I definitely recommend those shows if you're looking for something to watch that's not necessarily a movie, but gets you in like the spooky theme. Yeah, so let's get into the horror movies. So before I talk about these, I love a lot of horror movies, and there's some that are not on this list, ones that I absolutely love, but I'm not going to put them on this list because this one is specifically like horror movies that give me Halloween vibes. So I definitely would pick these movies for the Halloween time, if that makes sense. So number one, of course, we watch this movie every year because it is definitely the most like Halloween horror movie there is, and it is Trick or Treat. It's definitely not even my favorite movie on the list, but it's something about this movie. It just brings me back to my childhood when it was like spooky and scary at Halloween time. So definitely Trick or Treat. Another movie that I have to watch every single year, and that is The Craft. It is so witchy and just, it brings me back to like, again, not my childhood, but this is such a classic movie, and it's so witchy, and the main character, I forget her name, one of the main witches, she is just so scary and perfect for that role. So I definitely recommend The Craft as my favorite like witchy type movie. And then we can't talk about Halloween movies without talking about Halloween. Hello. So definitely this may be a very unpopular opinion, but my favorite Halloween movies are definitely the one with Rob Zombie. Everybody says it's the worst one that was ever made, but that was the first Halloween movie I've ever seen, actually, even before the original. So that one is special to me. I don't know. I love that one. And then I also really like Halloween H2O. It's so 90s. Like, it's so 90s that it's just, I don't know. It's such a good movie. And that's definitely an unpopular opinion because most people are like, we love the original or even the remakes, but those two are my favorite. And then speaking of classic Halloween movies, I love Nightmare on Elm Street. That is probably my favorite like original movie that has ever come out, is Nightmare on Elm Street. I love it. It's scary, but also like the special effects in there are just so cheesy, but it's such a good movie and you have to watch it. So next is Lost Boys. So if we're talking vampire movies, I definitely love The Lost Boys. That one, again, if you guys can't tell, I really love like 80s and 90s, even 2000s movies. I'm not really into like the new movies that have come out. But yeah, definitely recommend The Lost Boys if you want a good vampire movie. And another vampire movie I want to recommend is Fright Night. I would say it's more of like a dark comedy. There is a lot of comedy aspects in this movie, but it's super funny and it just definitely gives me those Halloween vibes. So check out Fright Night if you haven't seen it. And another comedy that isn't necessarily Halloween, but it is a horror comedy, and it is called This Is the End, and it has Seth Rogen and Jonah Hill and like that whole gang. And it is hilarious. That's probably my favorite movie that they have ever made, just because it is a horror comedy and I love horror movies. But I just feel like the comedy in that movie is the best that they have ever come out with. So if you want to watch like a horror movie that's very comical, definitely check out This Is the End. I feel like nobody talks about that movie, but it's actually really funny. Okay, so getting back into the horror movies, definitely recommend It. So if you guys want to watch a clown movie, you cannot beat It. The original is really good, but I really love the remake. The child actors in that movie are phenomenal, and just the way that they produce that movie is so good, and the clown is so terrifying. I think it's one of the Skarsgård brothers, but he is terrifying as It. So definitely recommend that movie. It will give you nightmares. Okay, another classic movie is The Ring. I remember watching The Ring like way back when, and I don't remember it being as good as it actually is. That movie actually, when I rewatched it, it's actually really scary. So, and definitely like the 2000s were the time of horror movies in my opinion. But yeah, it definitely brings me back to them, but it's actually a really good movie. So rewatch The Ring if you haven't seen it in a while. And then another movie that I recommend for definitely gives me the Halloween vibes is Hellfest. So a bunch of kids go to like a Halloween themed like amusement park, and I'm not going to give it away, but some creepy things happen at this Halloween themed amusement park. And it's such Halloween vibes that it's not the best horror movie out there, but definitely puts you in the Halloween spirit. So definitely recommend Hellfest every year. And then this year, I definitely want to watch The Exorcist remake. I don't even really like The Exorcist, to be honest. That's definitely an unpopular opinion. But it's just not that scary to me. I'm not really afraid of like ghosts or like possession or anything like that. So it's not that scary. But I have seen a trailer for The Exorcist remake and it looks super good. So I'm definitely going to see that this year. And yeah, so that is my list of horror movies that I love to watch in October, or just like Halloween movies in general. So definitely leave me a comment down below what your guys' favorite movies are to watch during Halloween, and maybe I'll find a new one that I like. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm so excited for October. There's a lot of things going on. It's my birthday month. It's Halloween. It's me and my husband's anniversary. It's our 10-year anniversary this year, you guys. It's crazy. I cannot believe we've been together for 10 years. So this month is very exciting, and I love to just sit down and watch a good movie. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.